When sizing DC cables for inverter systems, the standard industry practice relies almost entirely on ampacity charts and basic wire gauge conversion tables. During initial commissioning, a system built precisely to these chart specifications usually performs exactly as expected under light loads. Yet, under sustained heavy loads, these same supposedly compliant installations can suffer catastrophic physical failures weeks or even months down the line. The breakdown is violent. Thick plastic insulation blisters, bubbles, and splits open, deforming terminal blocks and exposing surrounding combustible materials to superheated copper. So how does a cable that easily passes a standard mathematical ampacity check still end up starting a fire? Relying exclusively on baseline chart compliance creates a dangerous false sense of security. It completely ignores the actual thermodynamics operating inside high-current DC environments. Beyond ampacity, the second major rule of thumb professionals use is keeping total voltage drop under a strict 3% target. The problem lies in how that metric is interpreted. Installers almost universally treat this 3% drop as a simple efficiency penalty, electrical power that just fails to reach the inverter load. But the first law of thermodynamics dictates that energy cannot simply vanish from a closed electrical circuit. This diagram shows a standard battery and inverter connection. That missing 3% doesn't disappear. It is converted directly into thermal energy, radiating outward along the entire length of the conductor. Framing voltage drop as a minor inconvenience in system performance completely masks the physical hazard it presents. In high-current DC systems, voltage drop serves as a direct, quantifiable measurement of destructive heat being injected into the hardware. To see how this heat is generated, we have to look at the three foundational variables of any DC system: power in watts, voltage, and current in amps. This graphic outlines the basic formula for current draw: power divided by voltage. If we take a standard 2,000-watt inverter and power it from a 12-volt battery bank, the circuit demands 166.7 amps. Drawing heavy power from a low-voltage battery bank necessitates an exceptionally high volume of current to compensate. 166 amps is roughly equivalent to the main electrical service of an entire small house. In this scenario, that load is being pushed through a single DC wire. That extreme current is the primary catalyst for failure, requiring perfectly specified, heavy-gauge conductors to transport safely. This chart graphs power loss as heat. Power loss equals I squared R. Current is horizontal, heat is vertical. If current doubles, heat increases by a factor of 4. If current triples, heat spikes by a factor of 9. In the real world, this happens the exact moment a motor or compressor creates a sudden surge load on the inverter, triggering a massive, instantaneous current spike. An undersized cable inherently carries slightly higher electrical resistance. In our equation, that resistance acts as a direct multiplier against the already squared current. This nonlinear relationship explains why temperatures build so rapidly and unexpectedly the moment an electrical system reaches peak load. Low-voltage, high-power DC systems operate on a razor's edge.
Because of that squared current, a seemingly minor mistake in conductor sizing yields an exponential thermal penalty. To see how this math physically manifests, we can look through a thermal camera. This is a thermal profile of a battery connection under load. Notice that the heat generation is not uniform. The continuous copper core of the cable remains a cool purple, but the metal lug and bolt connection glows white hot. Extreme temperatures almost always concentrate strictly at mechanical junctions: the battery lugs, fuse holders, breakers, and bus bars. Mechanical junctions inherently introduce micro-imperfections between mating surfaces. These tiny gaps create zones with a significantly higher baseline resistance than solid wire. Consequently, high-current cables rarely fail in the middle of a continuous run. Catastrophic breakdowns initiate specifically at the physical hardware boundaries. Once those connection nodes reach elevated temperatures, the physical aging of the surrounding materials dramatically accelerates. Inside a mechanical crimp, as metal terminals absorb heat, they expand, creating a microscopic gap between wire and lug. Over thousands of thermal cycles, this bolted connection loosens. A looser connection increases electrical resistance, forcing heat generation to spike higher.
And now a dangerous physical loop takes over. Higher resistance creates more heat, and that additional heat further damages and loosens the connection. Once a terminal enters this state of thermal runaway, it cannot self-correct. The degradation escalates inevitably until the equipment ultimately fails or nearby materials ignite. Before ignition occurs, this severe, localized voltage drop often presents a specific operational symptom. As excessive resistance actively steals electrical potential across the degraded cable, the inverter receives significantly less voltage than the battery bank is actually producing. The moment a heavy load is applied, the terminal voltage plunges below the operating threshold. The inverter triggers a low voltage alarm and abruptly shuts down. When this happens, installers routinely assume the battery bank is depleted or failing, completely missing the severe thermal hazard right in front of them. An unexplained inverter shutdown is frequently just the hardware safely halting operation, precisely because an undersized cable is actively converting the battery's potential energy into destructive heat. A secure electrical system is one where conductors never approach their thermal limits during normal continuous operation. Proper conductor selection requires looking far beyond the simple question of whether a wire physically fits inside a terminal block. You must calculate the entire thermal profile, factoring in the inverter's continuous power draw, maximum surge margins, the overall length of the cable run, and the ambient temperature of the installation space. Thermal damage is an insidious process. It operates invisibly for months. The absence of an immediate tripped breaker or melted wire doesn't guarantee the installation is secure. Using a thermal camera during routine load testing serves as an essential diagnostic step to catch localized resistance before it compounds. Engineering a system for low voltage drop establishes a strict thermal ceiling, permanently eliminating the risk of fire by keeping conductors far from their physical limits.